Hello students, let us come to the second section of the chapter sets. In the first section we dealt what is a set and which type of collection will be called a set. Now in the second section we will be coming to the kinds of the sets or the types of the sets, in which number one we will be writing the empty set. As the name suggests, empty means nothing. So same is the definition, empty set. A set which does not contain any element is called an empty set. It is denoted by the letter phi. This word is known as phi. Or we will be making one set with curly braces and will not be writing any letter within. Now you can make any example, you can write any example. Three examples I have written over here. Example number one is the collection of all natural numbers less than 1. We know that the natural numbers start from 1. And if we have to write all natural numbers less than 1, obviously we will not be getting. So this will be equals to an empty set, that is a set containing nothing. Example number 2 will be a equals to x such that x is a student of class 10 and 11 both. Now a student can be a student of any class, suppose 10 or 11, but not of both 10 and 11. Third example which I have taken is x such that x is an even prime number and greater than 2. Now we know that the only even prime number is 2, and if we have to write an even prime number greater than 2, we will not be getting any element. So this also will be an empty set. So I think you understand, children. Keep in mind this phi or a set which does not contain anything is called an empty set. And some students are confused sometimes as set containing 0 they take as an empty set. No, this is a set which is containing one element, that is that element is 0. Or this also they sometimes take as an empty set. This also is not an empty set. This is a set which contains an element, that element is phi. So only the empty set is a set which is not containing anything, or we can write this as phi. Number 2, singleton set. Again, as the name suggests, singleton means single. So a set that contains only one element is called a singleton set. This is also called will be called a unit set. So examples, you can refer any other examples or can write any other examples. So examples few I have written over here. First example, set containing 0, set containing 5, set containing 1, set containing x such that 3x minus 1 equals to 8. So if you will be solving it, we will be getting only one value of x. And the last example which I have written is x such that x is the capital of India. Obviously capital of India is 1. So this will be a set containing only one unit. So the singleton set, a set that contains only one element, is called a singleton set. The next will be finite set. Again, as the name suggests, finite means definite. So a set which contains finite number of elements or a definite number of elements is called a finite set. You can give many examples. I have written only 3 over here. I have written A equals to the set of the vowels, B x such that x is the month of a year, and C x such that x belongs to natural numbers and x is a prime factor of 210. The prime factors of 210 we can write as 2, 3, 5, 7. So the set containing 2, 3, 5, 7 is again a finite set. Now the fourth one, infinite set. Infinite set. Now children, as the name suggests over here, infinite, the meaning is a set that contains an unlimited number of different elements is called an infinite set. The number of elements is infinite. Examples, x such that x is an even natural number. Obviously the set will be 2, 4, 6 up to so on. The set of all points on a line segment. The set of all parallel lines drawn to a given line. So many other examples can be taken. So infinite set is a set that contains an infinite number of different elements. Here children, you can take one note, that is phi is a finite set. because Phi does not contain any element, so phi can be considered under finite set. Now children, let us go to the next definition of the set, that is cardinal number or order of a finite set. The number of the different elements in a finite set, suppose we say the set as A, is called the cardinal number or the order of the set A, and it is denoted by NA or OA. We will be denoting generally by NA. In NCERT book also it is written NA. Now clear it is, cardinal number of a set is the number of the elements present in the set A. Suppose if A equals to A, E, I, O, U, then obviously the cardinal of A is 5. So we can write NA equals to 5. Similarly, if B is equals to X such that X is a digit in our number system. Now digit in our number system is 0 to 9, which is 10 in number. Therefore cardinal of B is equals to 10. I think you understand. One note you can write that the cardinal number of an infinite set is not defined. The cardinal number of an empty set is 0. The cardinal number of a singleton set is 1. I think it is clear, children. Now children, let us go to the next definition, that is equal sets. As the name suggests, two sets are said to be equal if they have exactly the same element. That is, the elements which the set have should be same. Now suppose if the two equal sets are A and B, then we write the equal sets as A equals to B. Two examples I have taken. Suppose A equals to the set containing 1 and 2 and B equals to set containing 2, 1, 1, 2, 1. Here the elements are repeating. So obviously this set is a set containing the elements 1 and 2 only. Therefore we can write A equals to B, that is set A equals to set B. That is A and B are equal sets. Another example which I have taken is set A equals to -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2 and 3. That is the integers from -3 to 3. And set B is equals to x such that x belongs to I, set of integers, and x square is less than 10. So obviously if I square all this, its square will be coming less than 10. So this set and this set is equal, I mean the elements are exactly the same. Therefore we can write A equals to B. Now when we define equal sets, let us know about the equivalent sets as well. Equivalent sets. Two sets are said to be equivalent. Two sets are said to be equivalent if they have the same number of elements. Same number of elements. That is, if A and B are two equivalent sets, then NA equals to NB. That is, number of elements in A equals to number of elements in B. We can take example as, suppose A equals to A, E, I, O, U, and set B is equals to, let us write over here, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Then obviously over here NA will be equals to 5 and NB also will be equals to 5. Therefore we can write NA equals to NB, and hence A and B are equivalent sets. Equivalent sets. So one note we can write, children, if two sets are equal, that is if A equals to B, two sets are equal, then NA equals to NB. That is, equality of sets imply equivalent sets. But if two sets are equivalent, it does not imply that the sets are equal. So what I said, if sets are equal, it implies that the sets are equivalent, but conversely, if the sets are equivalent, it does not imply that the sets are equal. For example, if A equals to set containing A, B, C, D, E and set B equals to X, Y, Z, W, S, then obviously the number of elements in A is 5 and the number of elements in B is 5. So we can write NA equals to NB equals to 5. That is, these two sets are equivalent, but since the elements are not same, we cannot write A equals to B. So A not equals to B, that is A and B are not equal sets. So I think, children, you understand the difference of equivalent and equal sets. Equal sets imply equivalent, but equivalent set does not imply equal.